During a press briefing, Justice John alleged that his wife bled continuously for about 15 hours after delivery without adequate medical intervention.
Following the suturing, my wife complained to the medical officer that she felt a heavy flow of liquid internally. The medical officer summarily dismissed her concerns, retorting that it was bile. Unsatisfied, I escalated the matter to the consultant. There was a clear 15-hour window between the delivery of our baby and my wife's eventual passing. A total of 5 pints of blood were purposelessly infused into my wife without first identifying the source of the bleeding.
The Lagos-based lawyer explained after delivering a 4.2 kg baby vaginally, his wife developed severe bleeding, which he alleged was initially ignored, poorly managed, and followed by a delayed emergency response before she was transferred to another hospital and pronounced dead.
At about 3 a.m. on Thursday, 4th December 2025, my wife complained of discomfort and began convulsing. At this critical moment, no medical personnel were in sight. Minutes after I screamed for help, doctors and nurses arrived from the ground floor. There was notably no oxygen in the ward where my wife was admitted. I insisted my wife to be moved to another facility, but the consultant initially refused. Minutes later, he agreed. Firstly, the hospital brought a stretcher without guards or straps to evacuate my wife. While moving her, she fell off the stretcher onto the tiled walkway of the 3rd floor.
However, in a phone interview with the investigative team of News Central, led by Marshal Omoniyi, the management of Gynescope Specialist Hospital denied allegations of negligence.
Again, I went through this is what happened. That she drank pepper soup, and by 8 p.m., pain around the stomach. Pain. Where is pain coming from? Pain, the next thing, black blood through the anus, not vagina. Nothing was wrong with the vagina. Two of my staff went to the lab, donated blood. Everything was looking stable until I think about 12 midnight again. It appeared as if she was having that pains again. So we called the surgeons. They were see the case we have. We thought it was ulcer, but she's not a known ulcer patient. They were giving her drugs for ulcer, and it became a bit stable, but it's like this thing is coming again. So please, we think she needs to come and review her. Get oxygen. See, the entire hospital is connected to central oxygen, and all the wards have oxygen.
Describing the incident as very unfortunate and medically unsure, the hospital proprietor, Professor Jude Okoye, maintained that vaginal blood loss was within normal limit and that all necessary steps were taken.
If baby is too big to come out through the pelvis, that woman will have obstructed labor. And if you don't do something about it, do it as a section, it will become prolonged obstructed labor. This was a smooth labor. So we're correct in saying that this woman should be allowed to deliver vaginally. I called the husband. I tried to console him. I told him, because I was in Port Harcourt, that if you please, if he doesn't mind. But I couldn't get a flight back that very day. This was around afternoon, morning or afternoon. The earliest flight was 12 noon the next day. If you don't mind, can we meet at good deal? He said, no problem. And then almost immediately, he sent those papers that the entire case file, and there's going to be an autopsy by a pathologist of their choice at also place, and that should be present or sent a representative.
Medical reports later presented conflicting findings. While the hospital initially cited cardiac arrest, an autopsy conducted at Lagos University Teaching Hospital reportedly listed hemorrhagic shock due to massive colorectal bleeding as the cause of death. In response, the NBA Lagos branch has called for an independent and thorough investigation by relevant authorities.
That the duo of the Lagos State Government and the Medical and Dental Council must look carefully into the medical negligence or alleged medical negligence that we have leveled against Doctors Chukwuebuka Ibokwe, Joseph Aliu Yaya, Professor Jude Okoye, and indeed the Gynescope Hospital itself.
Let it be on the record that we would continue to speak up until relevant steps have been taken.
Investigations and a coroner's inquest are ongoing as both the family and the hospital await official findings. In Lagos, 4 News Central, Igbalaniyi, Omoniyi.